Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sadhana Panchakam, please repeat after me. निर्माण मोहा जित संग दोषा अध्यात्म नित्या विनिवृत्त कामा द्वंद्वैर्विमुक्ता सुख दुःख संज्ञैः गच्छन्त्यमूढा पदमव्ययं तत्. So out of the five, four we have seen in the morning class. Nirmana Moha, freedom from body identification. This can be achieved by the Jitasanga dosha. Don't get into the wrong company. What is the wrong company? After dinner, cozy bed. In one place, some students asked me this question. Swamiji, you people all the time talk about an ideal student. What about ideal teacher? I said, ideal teacher is the one who is never late for the lecture. It is our responsibility. Therefore, Jitasanga dosha. Third, Adhyatma nitya. Regular satsanga, twice a day listening and taking care of the mind. Fourth was Vinivritta Kama. Desires can never be fulfilled. There will be one or the other. And if we see our life is full of these four factors. After this is done, the last one is Dvandvaihi Vimukta Sukadukka Sajnaihi. So here there are things which we have to accept without choice. Everything in this world is existing in complementary opposites. They are complements. They are not opposed to. Many times the word dvandva is translated as pairs of opposites. It doesn't click me. See, health has a value only because there is a disease. Life has a value only because there is death. Riches have value because there is poverty. Friends have values because there are enemies. See, friends, everything in this world is existing in complementary opposites. Day, night, darkness, light. It is like this. You can do nothing about it. See? So how do we deal with this? So here, a very simple technique. Accept gracefully. There is no other way. You cannot change it. How do we accept gracefully? We know day, night, night, day. It comes, so accept it. And plan accordingly your life. But what is our problem? Our problem is only good things should happen to me. Where the bad things will go? They have to also come to us. And therefore, dvandvai vimuktaha, do not have the wrong notion. There should be only happiness in our life. No, miseries are necessary. Had there been no confusion created by Bhagwan Krishna in the mind of Arjun, Bhagavad Gita would never have been born. Therefore, the first chapter is called as Vishada Yoga. Tragedy yoga. Can there be tragedy with the yoga? Yes. Because of this tragedy alone, Arjuna started asking and he got the reply. See, friends, those who do not have failures, do not have problems in their life, they are most unfortunate. Life is full of both the things, joy, sorrows, friends, enemies. Dvandver vimukta sukha dukkha sajnayi. When we thus take this approach, what will happen? We will stop reacting and asking questions. Why me? Answer, why not? Hey friends, in short, do not react in life. Only act. थोड़े गम है, थोड़ी खुशियां, ये जीवन है. This is what the life is. द्वंद्वै विमुक्ताः सुख दुःख संज्ञैः. When these 5 things are done, then what happens? Gachanti amudhaha. Amudha means those who are free from delusion about 4 or 5 things. Delusion means what? Moha means wrong notions. Wrong notion about ourselves, wrong notion about the world, wrong notion about the spiritual practice, wrong notion about the jiva, the soul, wrong notion about God. All these wrong notions are to be erased without creating new notions. Therefore, dvandver vimukta sukha-dukkha sajnaihi gachanti amudhaha. Such persons, here is a plural, is not for one rare one. Every one of us can. Gachanti amudhaha tad avyayam padam. We attain that immutable being that we are. Every now and then, see, there is one very deep text. If you have heard, do hear it. It's available on our YouTube channel. The text is Tripura Rahasya. In that Tripura Rahasya, these topics come very deep way. Probably it is the 18th chapter, if I remember correctly. The story goes like this. There the wife Hema Lekha is the guru. And the husband Hemachuda is the disciple. And then she teaches him everything about spirituality and he gets infected by meditation. Now and then sitting for meditation. One day, when he was sitting for meditation in his bed, she being the wife, she enters and sits next to him, hugs him, kisses him. He says, you only taught me. And what you are doing? You are again falling down. Let me do meditation. So she laughs. Then she says, what do you get when you close your eyes and sit? That you lose when you open your eyes? See? What do we get? Nothing. What do we lose? Nothing. Why struggle? Gachanti amudhaha. This freedom from wrong notions. That if I do this thing, this will happen. If I do this thing, this will happen. Things happen exactly as they are required for our evolution. Nothing happens wrong in our life. And nobody is wrong in this world. Everybody is right. Therefore, one has to clearly understand and change our standpoint. And when we change our standpoint, in that we come to discover that Avyayam Padam, we have always been like this. See, friends, if we look within our life and just find out what we have achieved in our life till date, if we were not there in this world, was anything lacking? When we will leave this world, will there be anything lacking? So our earlier absence and later absence makes no difference. Now the present presence, what difference it makes? But ahankara vimudhatma kartahamiti manyate. We feel, I am doing this, I am doing, suffer. Then how to live life? Life is a time pass. And whenever you do anything for a time pass, you go beyond success and failure. You go beyond victory and defeat. This is what said in a technical term, sukha dukkhe same krutva labha labho jaya jayo. In short, the real spiritual practice according to this is, let us get freedom from wrong notions. These wrong notions are creating all problems for us. One example I'll tell you. There is one person somewhere, and one day came and held me. Swamiji. Say, oh yes, what? Why are you angry with me? I said, if I have to be angry, I'll be angry with God. You are so thoughtless. What is there that I'm going to get by becoming angry with you? That means you are not angry with me. I said, no. Oh, I thought you were angry with me. Now, where was the problem? We only go on imagining. Somebody loves me, somebody doesn't love me. People have got better things to do. See, friends, it is all our mind is making these funny things. And we get carried away by that. This is called technically manorajya. Manorajya means habitual thinking. There is no reason. We keep on imagining the things. And when we stop this imagination, then you come to this Avyayam Padam. Like the vision doesn't get influenced by all that is seen. Mind doesn't get influenced by any kind of thought. We don't get influenced by waking, dream, deep sleep and samadhi. We have to get out of this wrong notion that I am buried in this useless, wretched body. No. Dvandvar vimukta sukha dukkha sanyahi gachanti amudhaha tad avyayam padam. Now, what is that avyayam padam? What is the meaning of realization? What is exactly the experience? Can you tell me? Bhagavan says, sixth mantra, natad bhasayate suryo न शशांको न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम. Tat, that Paramatma, na tad bhasayati surya. See, our mantras have got three level understanding. One is Adi Bhautik understanding, gross. Second is Adi Daivik understanding, functional. And third is Adhyatmic understanding, subjective. Three things. To make these three things clear, the ball of sun hanging in the sky that we see, that is Adi Bhautik sun, a structural entity. That sun, because of whom Kunti Mata was blessed with Karna as the son. That is the Adi Daivik son, functional son, an Adhyatmic son. That son, because of which we have the vision in our eyes. Three meanings. So, with this three-layer meaning, now we read this mantra. Natad bhasayati suryaha, the avyayam padam, the truth that is being spoken of, suryaha na bhasayate, the sun cannot illuminate it. Now what is the sun? Sun is the presiding deity of the vision. So don't try to see God, how he looks like. Because he is the one who is functioning through your eyes. How can you see your own eyes by your own eyes? Natad bhasayati suryaha. Therefore, whether you close your eyes or open your eyes, it makes no difference. Look at this Be Happy poster and experience where are you. You have to do it. You are looking by your eyes. You know where are you. Now from there, take your vision away and look at this camera stand. Now, what is your experience? You have come closer to you. Now, look at your own eyes. What is happening? Seeing is happening, but there is nothing to see. So even if something comes in front of the eyes, it will be illuminated, but it will not disturb. Natad bhasayate suryaha. So the eyes are the organs of perception. Thereby what is meant? That none of our sense organs can comprehend the truth. Therefore, avrutta chakshuho amrutattvamichan. Kathopanishad says. Kaschid dhiraha pratyagatmanam aikshat. Avrutta chakshuho amrutattvamichan. Rare indeed is the one who has the capacity, guts and the will to withdraw through or withdraw from all the functional faculties and just be. Kaschid dhiraha. Rare indeed is he who can withdraw, he is leaking out through the sense organs. Natad bhasayati surya. Na shashanka. Shashanka is the moon. Moon is the presiding deity. Adhyatmic moon is the mind. So, the truth that we attain is not comprehended by the mind. What the mind does, depending upon the data available, it starts projecting and making some kind of imagination, image, and we take that image to be real. So, na shashankaha. So, don't go on thinking about God. How is the God? Oh, he must be getting frustrated. So many. Don't worry. Relax. So, we have closed our sense organs. We have closed our mind. Then third is pavakaha. Pavaka is the fire. Fire is the presiding deity of the speech. So what is the truth? The truth is that which can never be spoken of, which can never be seen or experienced, nor can it be thought of. न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चंद्रतारकम नेमा विद्युतो भाति कुतोयम अग्नि तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वम तस्य भाषा सर्वमिदं विभाति. This mantra from the Upanishad Kanhaiya Lal has stolen and put over here. See, friends, therefore, what should be the spiritual practice? Don't struggle. Don't imagine. See, दर्शन दो घनश्याम नाथ मुझे कैट्रैक्ट हो रहा है. What will you do by looking at God? Imagine, one lady asked me this question. Swamiji, when will I have God's darshan? I said, imagine I am God. Look at me. What next? What next? How long will you keep on looking at God? Tukur tukur, after some time, chai ka time kab hai? Friends, remember this principle. Instead of seeking God, let Him express through us. That is the only purpose God has created. What is the purpose of creating this mic? Mic has no purpose. The one who is holding the mic, he has the purpose. We are also mic. Maya ka karya, mic. So he has to function through us. But he can function only if we are a fit instrument. If we have got our own agenda, then he is a bekar. Throw it away. See, friends. Therefore, what is that reality that we are talking about? When you go through the spiritual practice, nirmana moha jita sanga dosha, you come to this point wherein you have nothing to talk, nothing to think, nothing to do. And yet, not going to sleep. This awakened sleep is the divine experience. Yad gatvana nivartante tadhama paramam mama. And as I told you a number of times, this has to be known only once in a lifetime. Titva syam antakalepi brahma nirvana murchati. In the second chapter, the last verse, the last sentence is this. Even if we come to experience this at the last moment of departure from the body, yet you have attained fulfillment in life. So don't worry. When will I get realized? Relax, relax. Most important spiritual practice, relax. See, it is said in Hindi, tabla, you know tabla, and dimag, हमेशा चढ़ा के नहीं रखते. When you are playing music, that time you tighten that, isn't it? Tuck, 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 tuck. Then only proper music comes out. In the same manner, when you have to do something, you should be alert and ready. But all the time, if you keep the tabla chadake all the time, it will lose its capacity. In the same manner, relax, relax. See, friends. Therefore, yad gatva nanivartante tad dhama paramam mama. This is our ultimate abode where न तत्र चक्षुर गच्छति न वाग गच्छति न मनः न विद्मः न विजानीमः यथा एतद् अनुशिष्यात्. Kenopanishads tell the same thing. See, friends, slowly and steadily, when our thus attention becomes more subjective, then it doesn't matter outside what is there. You are at peace with yourself. So this is what the spiritual practice means and what is the result we are told. Now, after this was done, then the next important area where we are all lost in life is the soul. Swamiji, yes. Why I am suffering because of my wife? What I have done, I don't know. Look here. In the last life, you have tortured her. And she was doing Karwa Chauth. And therefore, she is again born as your wife. She is taking the revenge. But no, I don't remember. You may not remember, but this is the truth. Then, what should I do? Now, hereafter, behave properly with her. So, next life, she will not be your wife. Really? Net result, you will stop complaining about your wife. When you stop complaining about your wife, then you can think about God. So, last life, this life, next life. This is what we are told again and again. And what we understand, I was there, then I died, then I was born here, then I died. No, that is not the meaning. The meaning is, when this body was not there, I was there in other body. When that body dropped, I continue to exist in this body. When this body will be dropped, I will be continuing in other body. Therefore, I am a continuous, unbroken existence. Moral of the story? Not birth and death. Not going to hell and heaven. This jiva factor should be clearly understood. Why this jiva topic is brought in our scriptures. It is not to send us to hell or heaven, but to bring to our cognition that you are someone other than the body. Like, in maths they do. I am very zero in math. Don't ask me any question. See, in some house where I went, that child, maybe class 9 or 10 or 8, came, Swamiji, Mummy says you know everything. His mummies have got no business. So, this is the mathematical problem I can't solve. You please help me. So I read it. You know what was the problem? There is a water tank. It has got 2 holes. One is inlet, second is outlet. If you close the outlet and fill in the tank, it takes 30 minutes. And if you, after the tank is full, now you close the inlet and open the outlet, then the tank is emptied in 20 minutes. Suppose the tank is empty and both the outlet and inlet are simultaneously open, when the tank will be filled? I said, don't waste water. How can you solve this thing? Wasting water unnecessarily. Why? Because I don't know how to answer that. Then what we do? Suppose it takes X minutes. Now after you are, suppose it takes X minutes, and then you submit your answer. It will take X minutes. Will you get the marks for that? You have to establish the value of X, is it not? If this is clear, we are told you are embodied, not the body. My lips are not talking. Somebody behind the lips. Your ears are not hearing. Somebody behind the ears, if it is there. Therefore, the body is a house and somebody is living in the body, embodied. So if I am someone other than the body, the question comes, then who am I? Then we are told, you are a jiva. And we, like dumb, accept, okay, I am a jiva. And submit your answer book. Will you get any marks? You have to find out value of jiva. What is jiva? This topic is the most important one. Otherwise, whole life you will keep on doing papoham, papakarmaham. This is the mahapapa, not recognizing our own divinity. See, my friends, again and again you have to think about. See? So, Bhagavan says, Mama eva amshaha jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatanaha. a fraction of me, amsha means a fraction of me, jiva loke, in this world of jivas, jiva bhuta, he became the jiva, and since when? Sanatanaha, from the time unknown, without beginning. And what he does, the jiva, manashashtani indriyani prakriti sthani karshati. Then with the 5 sense organs and the mind, he is attracted toward the prakriti, the matter. Okay. Then what happens? The story continues. Shariram yadavapnoti yachapyutkramati gृहीत्वैतानि संयाति vayurgandan ivashayan. Thereafter, when the one body is dropped, then he enters the other body. So shariram yadavapnoti, what your body he, that jiva gets, then yacha utkramati ishvaraha. So he leaves the present body, enters the next body. And now he is not called as jiva, ishvaraha. Yacha utkramati ishvaraha. So jiva is essentially ishvara. A prime minister has to be essentially a citizen. Then only he can become prime minister. Jiva alone is Ishvara. Be very attentive. It's a very deep topic. So, Shariram Yadavapnoti Yachapyutkramati Ishvaraha. And what he does, this Ishvara, who is the Jiva, Gruhitvaitani Sanyati Vayurgandhani Vashayat. Then he collects all these. What are these? 5 sense organs and mind. That means the complete settled body. He collects it and goes with that from one body to another body. What are the things? Shrotram, Chakshus, Sparshanancha, Rasanam, Granam, Evacha, 5 sense organs, and Adhisthaya, Manaschayam, and then presided over by the mind, Vishayan Upasevate, and he keeps on enjoying or suffering in the worldly objects. Now, this is the story. Very commonly told and very easily understood. Jiva, when he dies, he leaves the body. It is not told when the body dies, when the jiva dies. If he dies, how can he go? If I die here, how can I go out of the house? When I go out of the house is dead for me. These subtle points, this we don't catch, nor we are told. And therefore, we keep on imagining. And here Bhagavan Krishna tells, Utkramantam stitam vapi bhunjanam va gunanvitam vimudha nanu pashanti. Dumb people don't understand this. Pashanti jnana chakshusha. Those who have got this wisdom eye, they alone understand the meaning of the topic of jiva or the soul in our scriptures. See? Now let us go back again to the first verse about this thing. Mama eva amshaha jiva loke. First of all, what was told in the last month, 6th mantra, it was said that this Paramatma is Yad gatva na nivartante tad dhama paramam mama. I am that ultimate supreme reality, the infinite one. Can the infinite be divided, multiplied, added with or subtracted from? Infinite cannot be worked. Infinite does not fall in any law of mathematics. You cannot make fractions of infinite. 1 by 2 becomes 0.5. Infinite by 5. Infinite by 10. Infinite multiplied by 2. 2 infinities. No. Space is infinite. Can we divide the space? Yes, we divided. North, east, west, south. See? So these divisions, north, east, west, south, are they real? They are on the basis of some referential referential point. So, where there is the sunrise, that is the east. Okay. Which is the east? Where there is a sunrise. Where the sun rises? Where there is the east. Who is who? Because of whom? This is the jiva. So in the space, one jiva is the south, second jiva is the north, third jiva is the east, fourth jiva is the west. And one space is telling Mamai Amsho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatanaha. Since when this north, east, west, south is going on? All the time. Now come to yourself. I am showing you what the jiva is. One man, Brahman, Ekameva Dvitiya. One conditioning, his father. Suddenly, a son is born. Second conditioning for the same man, wife. Another fellow born, husband. The third conditioning, the son, father born. Has that man become three? So, son is the jiva, husband is the jiva, father is the jiva. Who is miserable? Man is not miserable. The son is miserable because of the Hitler father. The husband is miserable because of the Mahakali. And the father is miserable because of the monster son. Man is happy. Do spiritual practice. Om Nisha, Om Nisha, Om Nisha, Om Nisha. Be very attentive. This example I gave in the morning. You cannot stop reflection happening in the mirror. If you stand in front of the mirror, reflection will happen. Then, choice is ours. Do we take that reflection as real? Suppose the mirror is covered with dust and you stand and the reflection is very non-distinct. Will you start crying? I have become so like that. If the mirror is broken and therefore you are appearing in pieces here and there, oh God, I am broken. No. It will happen. This we know. Therefore, whatever may be the quality of the reflection in the mirror, we don't suffer. But the bird, the dog, they suffer. What is the reason? They take the reflection to be real. If this is clear, come to yourself. Body identification will happen. You cannot stop it. But after that, do you take body identification as real? First error. After we take body identification as real, then we go to the second degree of torture. Second degree is then we take the son to be real, the husband to be real, the father to be real. Who can help you? When my father died, what happened to me, the son? Nothing. Without the father, there cannot be a son. When my wife died, what happened to me, the husband? Nothing. Without a wife, I can't be husband. When my son died, what happened to me, the father? Nothing. If there is no son, how can I be father? And who was suffering? The son was suffering because of Hitler father. The husband was suffering, dash, dash, dash. And the father was suffering because of the terrible son. Where are they? What sadhana you want to do now? If there are 10 mirrors If we stand in front of them, if there are 10 reflections, are we reduced? Instead of 10, if they become 20. Hey, don't put more mirrors, I'm feeling lost. No, it appears to be many, but it is not. Where the jiva has gone, tell me. And who is miserable? These non-existing entities are miserable. See? I was in probably Germany somewhere with one lady I was staying. She was some yoga teacher and all that, invited me, I went there. And then on the second or third day, I just told her, I said, Mama, something wrong, you are not yourself. Oh, Swamiji, you catch so quickly. What happened? Am I wrong? So, no, I am little having problem. What problem? Your husband is troubling you? No, he is not my husband. He is my ex-husband. Now we are friends. Now tell me, he is my ex-husband. Now we are friends. Where that husband has gone? That man still there. But we are no more husband and wife. We are friends. What can you talk about this? The husband and gone, and man is still there. Arre? See, friends, this is the meaning of jiva. Mama yamsho jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatanaha. So we can imagine fractions in the infinite. But that doesn't mean the infinite can be fractioned. Mama yamsho jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatanaha. Addition of a particular conditioning creates a new situation. The more we contemplate on this, then our attention will be first on I the man. When I start living I the man, then I will do my job perfectly well. And who is doing the job perfectly well? Man is doing the job as an acting on the stage of life. So the man is acting as a son before the father. Let him talk anything. You simply say yes, yes, yes. After the oldie goes, then do whatever you have to do. See? If there is, the man is standing in front of the wife, pretend that you are miserable. Then she will be happy. If you go home in a happy, jolly mood, aha, hu, she will say, "Kisko mil ke aaye?" But when you go home in a frustrated face, and now it is okay. You may be knowing only one husband. I know thousands of them. Friends, the day you understand this, therefore, our Maha Mantra is wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. Play your role, but while playing the role, don't get entangled in that role. Then how to do that? Karnataka, drama karo. Mamaivansho jivaloke jiva bhuta sanatanaha. Therefore, be attentive. The Sanskrit word is jivana. Na means not. There is no jiva. See how important it is. Life is common. Jivan is life. Life is common. What is the spiritual practice? We draw from the worldly objects, come to the sense organs. Conquer the sense organs, come to the mind. Go beyond the mind, come to the intellect. And inquire, who am I? Up to the mind, we know what I am. When you enter the intellectual area, then you inquire, who am I? Am I a son? Am I a husband? Am I a father? or am I man? Then, after we are convinced, then play the role. Whatever role we have to play, but don't forget, you are a man basically. In the same manner, we play the role. Waking dreamer, deep sleep samadhi comes and goes. But basically, we are life. Jiva na. Life. See, friends. Be very attentive. When the bulb becomes fuse, where the light goes, will the light go from one bulb in search of another bulb? When a pot breaks, will the pot space go out of the pot into another potty? Think. The more you contemplate, then we come to know this soul, jiva, is the biggest bluff. And this is essential bluff. Only to bring to our cognition, we are embodied, not body. And then the real inquiry begins. Then who am I? But presently we are so much buried under these non-essentials. Like the bird standing in front of the mirror and fighting with all the reflections. But a wise man standing in front of the mirror, he doesn't fight, he enjoys. See, friends, Mamaivansho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatanaha. Now Sanatanaha. Since when the reflections are happening in the mirror? Since when we are identified with the body? Sanatana, always. It has been always like that. Nothing new. See. Mamaivansho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. And thereafter we get identified, meaning the Jiva gets identified. Be attentive. How? Pure consciousness expresses as life in certain instruments, not everywhere. If we stand in front of the wall, we don't see our reflection. If we stand in front of the mirror, we do see reflection. In the same manner, consciousness expresses as life in certain conditions. That condition is our body. And that life further goes on ramifying, expanding. Life expresses as mind. Mind expresses as the five sense organs, five organs of action, and panchapranas. And then the sense organs express further as five types of sense objects. So, go back from five sense objects to one sense object. From them come to the mind. From that come to the I and dissolve this I in principle of life. When we start living as life, meaning we start living as Mr. Nobody. Therefore, it is rightly said, nobody is happy. Very true. Nobody alone is happy. Somebody is always miserable. Mamaivansho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana Manashashtani Indriyani Prakriti Sthani Karshati. And then Shariram Yadavapnoti Yachapi Utkramati Shvaraha. Then whatever body he is reflecting, there he goes from one body to another body. This sounds so logical and beautiful. When one body is dropped, you go to other body. And therefore we take in Bhagavad Gita, Vasam se jirnani yatha vihaya. We imagine like we throw the clothes, we take another clothes. That is not the meaning. Clothes come and go, we remain the same. If this hall is broken and a multi-story building is constructed here, do you think some space will go somewhere? Everything is happening in the space. Space doesn't come and go anywhere. exactly the same way. Utkramantam stitam vapi bhunjanam va gunanvitam. Therefore, the jiva is thereafter utkramantam. He leaves the body, sthitam. He stays in that new body and enjoys and suffers. And again he leaves this body. Thereafter, Bhagavan says, Vimudha nanupashanti. Dull-witted will not understand the meaning of this story. Therefore, we told you, moral of the story. Tatparya Nirnay. Why this is told? Not to frighten us, to go to hell and heaven. See, there was a child, we were in Badrinath. Now she is in UK, married, big lady now. He was small, maybe 5-6 years. We went to Badrinath. And she was sitting with me, like, this monkey's baby. I was sitting in the bus, she was sitting like me and snoring away, nice sleep. And I couldn't do anything. We reached Badrinath, had darshan, and we went to sleep. Whole day she slept, therefore she was fresh. And we were all damn tired. So we are all sleeping in one row. On the corner I was sleeping, next to me her father, next to her mother, and in her mother and father she was sleeping. So she was fresh. She was telling, Mummy, tell me some story. Mother, Mummy, damn tired. She said, no, ask Papa. Papa tell. No, I don't know. Swamiji knows story. Freely available culprit. Then I told her, I said, look here. If you don't sleep, see that darkness that side? A ghost will come. He said, really? Yes. Then you don't tell. I'll talk to ghost. Now tell me, if you cannot be frightened by the ghost, who can trouble you? We are frightened. If you die, you go to hell. Find out who are you. Are you ever born? Are you ever growing? Have you ever experienced your absence? We are that eternal being. But Vimudha nanupashanti. Dumbos don't understand. They want the same thing. These are so simple things. You cannot stop reflection happening in the mirror. You cannot stop body identification. Only thing, as a sincere seeker of truth, to be done is, don't take it as real. When a group of people during the independence struggle in India approached Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi, and he was told, you tell your devotees to join the freedom movement and all that, so many things are happening. So Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi said, have you seen a movie? So these people have come with great seriousness. And this master casually, have you seen a movie? They thought he has not understood the question. Explained. He said, yes, and understood. Have you seen a movie? Yes. In that movie on the screen, if you see that one house is on fire, and in that house there are 2-3 ladies and few children, and they will be roasted in that. While seeing that movie on the screen, will you go with a bucket of water and throw over there? See, friends, it is so important. Live in this world 100%, cheerfully, happily, but know for certain, like an actor on the stage. He shows that he is most miserable, pathetic, he is being tortured, and he cries and yells, oh God, please help me. And when he is acting, a presentation was going on, whole audience is crying, taking out the tissue papers and wiping the nose. On this also people ask me question. Kamili, you have got terrible observation. Why these days these ladies when they cry, they don't wipe their eyes. They take the tissue paper and what is the reason? I said because there is an opening from the eyes to the nose, lacrimation duct. And from there they divert it. They don't wipe directly the eyes because there are paid eyelashes. They will come out. So when the whole audience is crying and the actor is also crying, what goes on in the minds of those people and the actor? The actor says to himself, Are Dumbo, you are paying and really crying. I am paid and I am fake crying. Karnataka, don't take life seriously. God has created this world for fun. Ananda deva kalbimani bhutani jayante. Anandena jatani jivanti. When he has created it out of fun, fun should be fun. Can you imagine a story of a cinema and how it will run? One boy comes, one girl comes. They look at each other. They like each other. They want to get married. They go to the respective parents. Boy goes to girl's parents, girl to boy's parents. And they say, we want to get married. And the parents say, get married. Over. Cinema over. Will such a movie run? On the contrary, boy and girl come. They see each other. And then from somewhere, one Gabbar Singh, a villain, comes and start teasing that girl. And then this boy, he comes dishing, half an hour gone. And then he gets a terrible hit over here. And then that director tells, Gabbar Singh, go, your job is over. He goes away. Then this girl takes her sari and tear music. And then ties down like Sai Baba. मजा आ रहा है ना? Friends, Bhagwan created this world for fun. Therefore, you all know world is Rama Leela, Krishna Leela. Leela means what? Everything happens, but nothing is happening. Bhagwan Krishna tells Arjun before the war, I have already killed them. Nimitta matra bhava savyasachin. You are just playing the role. That's it. They are already killed by me. You don't have to worry. So he knew that because he was a director. See, when Ashwathama was killed in front of Bhishmacharya, Dronacharya, Bhagwan Krishna, all of them, they killed him. Not Ashwathama. Abhimanyu. Sorry. Abhimanyu was. See? Everything is happening in drama. Therefore, don't take life seriously. If we can understand this principle, Vimudha nanu pashanti, pashanti jnana chakshusha. And when this eye of wisdom opens, what happens? We are childlike with the children. We are Coca-Cola brand with the youngsters. We are frustrated with the elders. And yet, we are none of them. Everywhere, perfect role. Play your role. But take out the costume after the job is over. This is the story of the Jiva. Mamayivansho Jivaloki Jiva Bhuta Sanatanaha Manashashtani Indriyani Prakriti Karshati. And then according to the and this is what like your Bhagavad Mahapuran, the story comes. The king, he handed over this kingdom to the um, sun, and he goes in the forest to do sadhana. And after having gone there, then he falls in love with that baby deer. And then he starts playing with that baby deer. And he gets so much involved. And then a stage comes that small baby deer becomes a grown up teenager type. And naturally, that baby deer will be searching for his company, his kind, and then he starts running after other deers. And when that deer goes away, now this king who has gone to do sadhana, he gets frustrated. Oh, my baby deer must have, she must be eating and all that. When a child is born, it's not only child who is born. Child is born, mother is born, father is born, dada is born, dadi is born, nana is born, nani is born, uncle, auntie, the whole world is born. And out of all of them, only the child grows, parents never grow. And they create problem. So this king all the time thinking about dear, 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 and one day dies. Next life, he is born as a deer. We were in Switzerland with one of my friends, his wife, and two daughters. So both the daughters are married, very intelligent. So when they were small when we were going. We went to some restaurant, a nice open area. So the parents went to see something, what to order and all that. I was sitting with those girls. Next table, one madam came, the local lady, short skirt, and a cute purse. And she put the purse on the table. And from that purse, she took out a baby doll size doggy. Live one, not plastic, live. Nice bow and nice things, and put it. Honey, darling, you are not going anywhere. Something is coming. I won't tell you what is coming. And that doggy was looking at, "Cha, theek hai, never mind." And then that lady went, that dumb dog sitting there. So these girls asked me, Swamiji, what this dog must have done in the last life that he is born as a dog? I said, this dog must have been a great Mahatma in the last life. Must have done a lot of charity, dan dharma. And he must be having a dog. And at the time of death, he must have had the last thought, when I die, what will happen to my dog? Oh! Next life, he is born as a dog. Because he has done so punya karma, he is born like this thing. But continues to be dog only, nothing else. See? Yam yam vapi sparan bhavam tejatyante kalevaram tam tameveti konteya. Whatever is the last thought, that is the blueprint. We give it to God. And then that blueprint, acha, doggy, go there. See, friends. And about what or whom we think, to whom we are extremely attached. And therefore, if you are really leading spiritual life, don't get involved with anybody, any relations. We all suffer, never because of the enemies. We suffer because of our nears and dears. Whole Mahabharat war, Bhagavad Gita, was not a fight between enemies, between nears and dears. See? Therefore, this jiva, don't take it too seriously. We are here to know we are someone other than the body. And then, who is this I? Now this I, the jiva, has to be engaged. Engaged for something higher. And the something higher is called seeking God. How important. We have been seeking these worldly things in our life. If we look within sincerely and find out, have we discovered fulfillment in our life? If you have discovered fulfillment, wonderful, continue. If not, change. And what is fulfillment? Kimahagam sadhuna karavam, kimaham papam akaravamiti. In the old age, these two regrets, they torture a person. When I was young, why did I do the wrong things? When I was young, why I did not do the right things? The regrets of wrong commissions and right omissions, they are a big burden, because in the old age, all the time is at our disposal. And those ghosts become awakened and we become frustrated. Therefore, having recognized we are someone other than the body, the jiva. Now this jiva has to be engaged in something higher. And this higher engagement is seeking God. So what is that is the next topic. How we see God, how we see God. That we'll see in our next class. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.